Hey, Sammy-doo, Sammy-doo, coming to you live, Precious World Office Studios, talking a little real estate today. I want to talk to you about the most important investment, which should be your first investment, the most important investment. So today, I want to let you know, first of all, that you should be able to look down in the description. Subscribe to this channel, like videos, go through the library of the videos that we have. This station, this platform is all designed to be a coaching, mentoring type of platform, not necessarily the weeds of wholesaling, but coaching and mentoring, because frankly, that's going to be more important than the details of wholesaling. It's all about your mindset. It's all about the way you think about a situation, how you look at a situation. And speaking of that, I want to make sure I cover with you the most important investment when it comes to your real estate wholesale business. If you haven't gotten your first deal, or even a second deal, or you don't have a trend in your business, you're still trying to get your business off the ground, feel free to reach out to the Real Estate Wholesale Helpline. You should find it in the link in the description below. Book a 30-minute free consulting session with me to see how we can go about helping you get your business off the ground. In fact, that's exactly what we're going to talk about right now. We're going to talk about the very, very first investment. So do you think that, first of all, that you are a good investor? Do you think that you have an investor mindset? You're talking about getting into an industry where there's thousands and thousands of dollars that's going to exchange hands. You're talking about getting into an industry where people will be selling one of their most valuable assets to you. And you are supposed to be the professional that knows how to handle that situation and what you're going to do and how to help them, talk to them, to know that they can trust you and that you know what you're doing and that everything's going to be all right. You're in an industry where folks that are serious and seasoned are becoming very, very, very wealthy. You're in an industry that has high risk as well as high reward. And so you have to understand that if you're going to get into the investment industry, the investment profession, that you have to understand what, first of all, your first and highest priority investment that needs to be. What is that investment? That's investing in yourself. Investing in yourself to learn your craft, to learn the business, to make sure you are ready, to make sure that you are competent, to make sure that you are not putting people at risk for dealing with you, to make sure you're not putting yourself at risk for dealing in this business. You have to learn how to invest in yourself. Investments mean you put something in and expect to get something greater out of it. Let me say that again. An investment is where you are putting something in and you expect to get something greater out of it. There is nothing free about the investment space. There's nothing free about the investment space. In fact, it falls along the same principles about reaping what you sow. If you don't sow anything, you don't get anything back. So a number of you are searching through YouTube channels and going to different seminars and courses and things of that nature to try to get information on how to invest. And I would say that those are smart tendencies. To go and take a seminar may be smart. I think a lot of them are overpriced. But if you found the right one with the right course, it could be smart, but it's not all. It is not all that you need. To search YouTube channels it's helpful. There's a lot of information out there on YouTube. YouTube is the second largest search engine in the world, and there's a lot of information out there, but it is not all. You're not going to get everything because YouTube is only as good as the information being put out there. And I can assure you that all of the information regarding the investment arena, you're not going to find it packaged all together in one place. And you can search YouTube for years and still not totally get it. So, and of course, when you're searching YouTube, you're not putting anything in it except a little time and a little study, but that can keep you stuck in the education loop and never get anything done. So you really want to leverage a mentor, a coach. Let me tell you something. If the doctor that was going to perform surgery on you, that said that he was going to do, open heart surgery or some type of organ transplant, one of the first things you'll do as the patient is like, man, have you done this before? Have you ever done this on anybody else yet? How many of these have you done? Okay. If you're new, just starting out in real estate and you're expecting to get into thousands of dollars of transactions and working with sellers with their most valuable asset, one of their questions might be, how many of these have you done? Have you done this before? Do you know what you're doing? And they don't necessarily come out that way. But when you begin to not fulfill and come through on the things that you're supposed to be doing, when you don't look like you know what you're talking about, they're not getting the answers that they need from you, those kind of questions come up. And you don't know what you don't know. And so it's best that you can leverage a mentor for that. Now, here's the thing. I get, and I know a number of friends of mine that are seasoned, have done many deals. I've done north of 100 transactions. I know I've done over $500,000 in gross income from the real estate business since I've been in the game. A lot of times folks are asking you questions. They like to come to me and ask questions, and I don't mind answering some. I don't mind answering questions so much, but here's the thing. It cost me money because I invested in myself. It costed many other folks money because they invested in themselves. I did do the seminar. I spent $50,000 just on a seminar. Not to mention all of the travel and the expenses that goes in with that. Listen, I made a bad deal in my first purchase where I lost $50,000 in my first transaction. Now, I had to pay for that. That was not only blood and sweat equity, but that was money out of my pocket. All of that, the cost of going and getting education and the cost of doing and taking risk and losing in certain situations, that we have to pay for that. And so why would you think that someone who is seasoned and have been doing some things that you would want them to help you, but as an investor, you're not even thinking about, well, what can I do for them that I can get the value from them? What's in it for them that they will want to help you? What's in it for them that will compel them with all of everything they've been through and the specialized knowledge that they have? What will compel them to give that to you? If you simply think you're going to just ask and they're going to just tell you. I mean, an attorney doesn't go to law school just to come out into the real world and give free legal advice. That's his career. That's their business. There's value in the information that he has, and there was an investment that he made in himself. So how are you going to come and try to pimp somebody that's been seasoned in the business for their information? And for the most part, they're not going to do that. You're not going to go on any YouTube channel and watch any of the gurus, nor some that are not a guru, but just players in the game. Like me, I'm not a guru. I'm a duru. I'm out still doing deals. I'm not. I haven't just evolved to just You know, a lot of these gurus, they're not necessarily in the deal business, they're in the education business. They're not in the real estate investment business anymore. They're now in the real estate education business because they're making just as much money, if not more, doing that than they are in real estate. Well, I'm not doing the real estate education. I'm still doing deals. Although in my company at this time, I've afforded some space to do some mentoring. And so I do have a small space of doing mentor, have a handful of folks that I'm doing. But here's the thing. What makes you think that you're going to get all of the golden nuggets simply by watching YouTube, or simply by buying somebody's book, or simply by going to a seminar that's designed to just get you excited about real estate, not to really get you executing, because these programs don't work that way. It only works when you have someone that can actually be in your ear, hold your hand, and talk you through various nuances that do occur in the real estate business. I can tell you, in over 100 transactions that I've done, there's none of them that are exactly the same, because details matter. Circumstances are different. One deal may be similar to another deal, but it's still different in some way or form. The way we created the strategy to help a person will be different than the next person. It's just, there's so many complexities to real estate, and anybody that tells you that real estate is easy, they're only getting you hyped up. They're only getting you hyped up to try to, you know, buy their course or whatever. Real estate is not easy. It's complex, it's comprehensive, and it's a grind. Think about it. If real estate was easy and you're able to make millions of dollars, why isn't everybody doing it? Let me tell you something. These courses and these gurus, they already know that 95 to 98% of the folks that attend these courses and these seminars are not going to get a single deal done. And then the 1 or 2% may get 1 or 2 deals, but never really have a trend in their business. Only about 1% of these folks that get through these really get a hold of their business. And for the most part, it's because they were smart enough to be able to acquire mentorship. Without mentorship in this business, it's going to be pretty tough to get anything going. And so you have to understand that your most important investment, if you claim that you're going to be a real estate investor, you have to understand that your most important investment is going to be investing in yourself. And how do you invest in yourself? It takes a little money, just like you would go to school, just like you would go to a seminar. It takes a little money, but you spend some money in order to make more money back. That's simply what investment is. You spend a little money, you invest a little money in order to get more of it back compounded. And so when you're going and you're wanting help with your business and you're asking questions, I see questions all the time on the various, you know, chat groups and Facebooks and meetups and things of that nature. Some questions are kind of cool. You can just, you know, it's just folks that are seasoned, that got a few little tweaks. You don't have to totally break the entire system down. I don't mind those kind of questions, but other questions where they're wanting you to learn and they want you to break something down in detail because you really just don't know. That's something that you're trying to pimp off of people, and you're not going to get everything. Nobody that's in this business that sees it like this truly is going to give you everything. Nobody's giving the golden goose. Why? Because it's gold. Nobody's giving the golden goose for free. So stop fooling yourselves that you're going to be able to pinball your way through this business and make it to the top. It doesn't work that way. Every successful major guru, not major guru, everyone that has been seasoned in the real estate business has taken on and hired some type of way, have had a mentor. And I can guarantee you that mentor also was taken care of by the mentee in some way or form, by however it was negotiated. Because in order to mentor someone, it takes hours and conversations and inconvenience for that mentor. You know, I spend time with my mentees on the regular. Every week, every day, I'm talking to one of them somewhere in the country. I've got mentees throughout the country where I'm talking to them, trying to find out where they are, what they're doing in the process, if they follow through on the marching orders that I've given them, and you know what kind of results are they getting. And that's time out of my day to help somebody else somewhere else. Time out of my day that I can be running and doing my own business. Time out of my day that I can be making my own deals happen, which I'm still doing that, you know, in between time or whatnot. But just to making a point that it's not time that I have to do anything. Now, being that we have an arrangement that my mentees are also going to make sure that I'm taken care of, and I'm not greedy by any means, but it's just at least something is better than nothing, so to speak. I don't mind giving them that time, because my time is not going to be in vain with them, and they're excited about it. So I want to make sure that you understand. I get a number of folks that reach out, and they're always reaching out for some free advice and some you know, some help and some free, and they just want to do it. And I'm like, come on, if you are an investor, you need to start off by understanding that you are your biggest investment first. Before you even think about a house, you need to think about you. Invest in yourself first, so that once you are able to put something in, that you are getting much more back, which is going to make you a much better person, a much better competent person, a much better skilled person, a much better seasoned person, and a much better wealthier person at times. No one gets rich for free. No one gets rich for free. So if you expect that you're going to get some wealth, be prepared to invest in order to get your wealth. And you want to invest in yourself first and learn the craft, learn what you need to learn. And it's not going to happen overnight, and it's definitely not going to happen after just one deal. None of these deals are so-called cookie cutter type situations. And once you kind of get that, you'll see that man, Sammy-doo was right. Once you kind of get there, you know, Sammy-doo was right. Now, you don't get me wrong, you get a lot of folks trying to tell you, oh yeah, it's easy, I can do this stuff in my sleep, blah 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 blah. Well, you know what? Yeah, I can ride my bike in my sleep, you know. But I'll tell you, when I was learning, I fell a few times. I got scars right now on my knees and elbows to prove it. But I'm not falling anymore. So yeah, it's easy, much easier for a person that is seasoned. But don't let them folks that tell you that, oh, you should really learn how to do wholesale. I've got a massive system that you can buy, and that's going to make you successful, just like me with my Ferrari. And don't let folk tell you that. It's not true. It's nothing but hype and dopamine going into your brain, making you feel good. Nothing worthwhile is going to be that easy. You know, you're not going to get rich for free. So I hope that you found that this was helpful in getting your mind in check. I'm not about the glitz and the glamorous life of real estate. That's not what this is about, because real estate is a grind. It is work. It is laborious. Like I said, it's high risk as well as high reward. It's definitely not low risk. But high risk, high reward, and if you apply certain strategies, it can work out very, 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 very well for you. But if you don't learn what you need to do, you're going to be stuck and stupid for a long time. And not only that, it's going to corrupt the industry, because when we have a lot of new folks doing a lot of crazy things, and folks that are selling the houses are feeling like they're taken advantage of and things are going wrong, you're asking the government to intervene in the industry to start putting all these additional regulations in the industry, and now things that we used to do we can't do anymore. That's already happening in certain states. That's why, in fact, that's why the laws are different in various states, exactly because certain states feel like they've got to govern or regulate some of those types of activities. So invest in yourself. Save you from yourself by investing in yourself, and get you a mentor. I know, like I said, I'm not a guru. I'm still doing the business, but I still have some room. If you want to book yourself a 30-minute free, as much as I'm telling you that you need to spend a little money, I'm going to give you a free consult for 30 minutes, and it'll be sharp, to kind of talk about where you are in your business and, give you a few little pointers. But believe me, one of those pointers is going to be get a mentor. So if you don't have one, get a mentor. And, I do have a few spots left. I'm not sure what that number is, but I do have the capacity to take on a few more. And so we can kind of talk about that as well. You can check out the Real Estate Wholesale helpline link in the description, and book an appointment with me to get on my calendar. You can also book a full hour with me for a fee, and we can see how we can help you out. And then we can even talk about having some one-on-one coaching ongoing. I typically coach my students on a 3 to 6 month basis before they're rotated out, unless there's some things relationship-wise that we like to continue to maintain, and that's always going to be on the table. One thing I do know, networking is a big deal, and if I get you coached up where you're no longer a mentee, but you're also a partner, that's a win for me too. I would love it. So I've got mentees across the country, and I want you to also consider you getting mentored as well. So if you've been struggling to get your real estate business off the ground, connect. Subscribe to this channel if you don't do anything else. Subscribe at least, and like, because I will continue to kind of put other nuggets out that you probably won't get anywhere else, because I'm coming to this whole industry from a different angle. There's enough hype about you can get wealthy in real estate and how easy it is. There's enough of that. I'm giving you the real on the street feel about what you need to do, and I'm also getting into your head about how you need to go about it. So please subscribe to this channel. Share this out. If you know someone else that's been interested in real estate, and you've got some friends that you guys have even talked about doing some things together, please share this out and let them check out the video, possibly even subscribe to this channel and follow me. I'm on all the social media platforms, like, well, I won't say all of them, but most of them, the YouTube, the Facebook, the Instagram, the LinkedIn, I think that's a lot of them. But just query my name, Sam Melson. But this is Sammy-doo, coming to you live from Precious World Office Studios. And until next time, I see you at the top, because the bottom sure is crowded. God bless.